domestic violence against men is real. A lot of men are going through it, but they won't come out to say it because it's actually very embarrassing to say a lady is actually beating you at home. But the truth is now, it might not actually be physical beating. It might be emotional, psychological, and otherwise.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you're watching this video from and whatever part of the world you're watching this video from. You're welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Charity, and if this is the first time you're coming across any of my videos, please subscribe to my YouTube channel. Alright, you're welcome to the first episode of this segment I call Straight Talk, No Chaser. Alright, today I'm going to be talking about domestic violence against men. And I have someone who's going to be discussing this with me. He's a friend of mine, a colleague, and he's also very good at what he does. Of course, you definitely know about what he does later. Alright, guys, so this is my friend John.
Hello.
Yeah, he is a football guru. Actually, what do you call yourself again?
Midfield maestro.
He is the midfield maestro, a very great soccer analyst.
Yeah, sports generally.
Sports analyst, okay. Yeah. But we're not talking about him today.
Yeah, that one's radio.
Of course, it's on radio. Alright, so today I had to bring you here because this topic is something that really affects a lot of men. I know you probably haven't really gotten to that point where you've experienced it or anything, or you're not married though. But I decided to just bring you in because I felt you've seen, witnessed some experiences and all that, and of course because of the fact that you are around, and I could just drag you to this place. So thank you for joining me today.
Oh, it's my pleasure.
So I would like you to tell me what you think about domestic violence against men. It's not a common topic.
Yes, it's not a common topic. The reason is because people generally, the society see uh, the woman as weaker sex.
Yes.
To an extent.
Which is wrong.
Yes, it's wrong. So now the problem is, as guys,
yeah,
we are being taught to naturally take care of ourselves, watch out for ourselves. So people feel whatever you do, whatever happens, just be the one to do something, solve your problems yourself. Don't carry your problems.
As a guy, the macho effect.
You must, even if you don't have the muscles physically, you're not strong, looking strong physically. They expect you probably to have that emotional muscle too as well. The gym, you go to the gym and be strong emotionally. That's one part of it. The other part of it is people think it's only the women who suffer in a house where probably the husband is very physical. Anything that happens, it takes it physical, right? I actually had neighbors, where yes, it wasn't physical, but I think there was this emotional damage that I felt the wife was doing to the husband every time.
Emotional abuse.
Yes, the wife was the one working. The husband, I'm not sure the husband was well educated enough. So, but the wife opened the shop for the husband and all. And from the way things would happen, the wife was one who also bought the car.
Okay.
You would see the wife going as far as insulting the husband. Probably if it happens inside the room, nothing is damaged. The man's ego remains intact. But it happens even in our front then as kids. We might be in the car with them, maybe we are going to church. And you would see the woman talking to the husband anyhow, telling him, don't stop to pick up this person.
Yeah,
don't stop to
being
that one.
controlling.
And like,
that is another part of
it. Very. It was damaging. It was more or less like, if you stop for this person, if you do this one, if you do that one, I will collect the car key from you. The wife couldn't drive. It was the husband that could drive. But she went as far as abusing her husband. I felt that man, because the way the man was carrying himself, the man wasn't all too confident. I was a kid. I was a child, but I noticed these things even as a child. This man is not as confident as I saw other men. He belittled him. So I think there was this damage to his pride that for the years that we were neighbors, I saw it stuck to him. To an extent, the ladies suffer more, I think, in terms of abuse.
Yes.
But it doesn't rule out entirely the huge or the high, number in terms of male child abuse as well.
Yeah.
So I believe why we are also talking about the girl child abuse, girl child education, ladies being harassed by guys. I think one other thing we should look at should be guys being harassed by ladies.
It's actually a very serious thing. The problem with guys not speaking up is because, aside from the ego, once a guy reports being abused,
Yeah, that's right.
most times they arrest the guy,
Yes.
believing that he must have done something to the
To
woman. It's just a very big problem. It's a very big problem in our society, and it needs to be addressed. I wish there were agencies or something, or organizations or NGOs created to just fight solely for men. About a couple of months back, that's aside what happened last year. You saw the story of the lady that stabbed her husband to death.
Yes.
There was even one that cut off his ear because
Yes.
he spoke to a certain lady that she didn't even know. Even if it was even like there was an affair, she didn't really know. She just thought maybe he was cheating on her because he sent her a message and all that.
Right.
And that was the reason why she cut off his ear. Another one stabbed her husband to death.
I had a story from a man. He said, what if he hits her at home? What if it's usually physical whenever they get into an
And she
argument?
did it in self-defense.
Yes. What if he abuses her for so long and then she decided, okay, this abuse has gone on for so long, it's time for me to do this. It's time for me to also get my paper. And in the course of getting that paper, she decided to kill him.
But the truth is, there are still, aside from self-defense is another tight aspect.
Yes.
That I probably wouldn't have much problems, although two wrongs don't make a right.
Definitely.
Two wrongs don't make a right. But it's still like understandable that she fought back on based on self-defense. Like some ladies will get hit and probably they've just been taking it for a very long time. And because at that moment they told themselves that they won't be beaten to that state anymore.
Yeah.
Once the guy tries to hit them, they grab the next available thing
and hit him, and now it's an accident usually.
Yes, it's an accident, and it's also understandable that that's self-defense. But where the problem comes in is if this guy actually didn't really do anything wrong. He's a nice guy. You know, most people in a relationship, there must be a dominant partner.
Yes, usually.
And there must be one who is very calm. Now, it's usually terrible if the man is not an alpha. The woman will automatically assume the position of an alpha.
Yes.
When a guy is just too calm, the woman automatically dominates. And in that situation, she becomes controlling.
Yes.
Unless she's a very good woman. She becomes controlling. She abuses him emotionally. She controls everything, his finances, and it's all abuse. If you can tell a man not to, you come back by so and so time of the day, you don't meet your family, don't talk to your parents, don't even send them some money, don't give, controlling everything.
Your family members don't come around to visit.
And threatening this guy.
Don't come around.
If they come around, I'll take your key, like the woman said. Threats. That's abuse.
And serious stuff. And so many people don't know because they feel, as a guy, if you come out and you tell people you're suffering from this person is abusing you, this person is doing it, and they're like, you're a man, so you can't even fight for yourself.
First of all, they will laugh at you.
What kind of man are you?
Exactly. They will laugh at you. They will be like, how can you let a sissy, a woman, fight? Like, are you even, do you know what you're saying right now?
You're a guy, fight for your rights. Basically, that's what I feel. Look at the guy who was embarrassed by the lady he was proposing to.
That video.
Everyone was watching.
Video, yes.
They were taping it. They were recording it on their phones. And it was a case of, okay, let's see who's going to come in and tell this guy, oh, guy, don't do, just chill. And then tell the lady, you don't embarrass a man like this. Because it goes a long way to show us the kind of lady you are.
Yeah.
She kept slapping him. She kept slapping him.
Hitting,
and
pushing,
he kept coming down. I had a friend who I was talking to and she told me, what if this guy has been abusing her in a relationship for a very long time? What if he
obviously doesn't look like him?
I said it doesn't look like that. She was having other issues. She actually stated the issues she was having with him. Yeah. But now the problem was the fact that she kept hitting him. And people were like, what if the tables were turned and it was the guy in public?
I said that. Did you see my face?
Yes.
I was like, what if it was the lady?
Who was hitting?
The security officers, just one shot. He didn't even need to slap her. Security officers would have swarmed that place. I posted it on my Instagram and people were like, hell yes.
And they'll be like, what's wrong with you? This is a lady. You don't touch a lady like this. You don't do that. But then she was hitting the guy and they'll be like, he's a guy. He can handle himself.
They were even laughing.
Yes, he can
People
handle
were
himself.
laughing. They were even taking video shots of him. And the guy he didn't even have this sense of pride to know that at some point he was just supposed to just leave.
You can talk to her later.
She slapped him 3 times. She slapped him the first one, shoved him, slapped him again. Then
there was a time he fell on the floor. He fell on the floor. And
that was the most embarrassing.
It was shameful.
It was very shameful. What do you think are the causes of domestic violence against men? What do you think is the main reason why a woman, aside the dominant factor, the alpha beta factor I talked about earlier. What do you think is the problem?
I think it's a mindset of the society. See a guy walking, probably a guy who goes to the gym regularly, a bodybuilder, and you're like, wow, look at this guy, so big. When you now see the same person crying, maybe the person lost a loved one, the person is crying, and people are like, this big grown man is crying.
Don't cry.
People say that you don't shed tears. No,
men
that
don't
is
cry.
that is one of the wrongest things that someone would think, because I think tears is one of the best ways of expressing your emotions. In a way, it calms you down to an extent. So no matter how strong you look or you are physically, you see people cry. Let me use sports for example. Since that's an angle I love and I'm very good at. You see grown men cry when
because
they
of
lose.
sports. I saw the match yesterday.
You see people who are supposed to be strong. Let me use Balotelli. I'm sure your listeners are, and your viewers as well, and those, especially those who know Balotelli, will know the way he celebrates when he scores goals. Most of the time, he just looks at the crowd. There's the way he frowns his face and all. He doesn't smile and everything. But then, when he scored against Germany that was at the European Championship 2012, he scored against Germany. You could see the way he was happy. He pulled his shirt and he celebrated so well. And then when they lost the final to Spain, he was crying, and people were like, the same Balotelli that tries to form, No, I'm using an example for you. This is a guy now.
Yeah.
You were like the same Balotelli that tries to form macho, I'm strong and all. You could see the way he was crying. So this really got to him. That kind of person, for example, is someone who people might see and they're like, this guy, what's wrong with this guy? Why is this guy complaining that he's been abused by his wife, for example? Some of these guys are not physical. They might be strong, but they know enough not to hit a lady.
But the truth is, men don't show their emotions. Especially men that are manly men. Like just the ones that could just show up their emotions are these ones that are not so manly. So sometimes they are very sensitive. Men are sensitive. In fact, they are more sensitive than we women. And ours is easier because we can easily just, bam, we've changed. We started crying. But the guys, it takes so long. But aside that, I think I also figured out that cheating is another reason why men get abused by their women. As women, we go FBI level. Like, we are really FBI.
You want to get a password.
Yes. You find out everything and then you realize probably he was just talking casually to this certain lady. Maybe nothing has happened, but that idea, that notion that he's already cheating on you is a problem. And then he comes home and you're like, who are you talking to? You push him, you shove him, you slap him, you hit him.
And he keeps trying to explain. Let me explain.
And that's where it starts. And most women just get to look for trouble where there's no trouble. I'm not saying that most men don't cheat, and I'm not saying it's right, but I'm saying that most times your approach towards something can it can result to something else. If you hit him, most men will be forced to hit you back.
Yes, most men.
And one thing with women is,
for most men,
we call foul.
Yes.
We start crying foul once he hits you back. He hits you back. But you hit him first. I'm not saying it's right for him to hit you back.
Nobody's saying.
But I'm just saying that most guys' reflex, like you said, their reflex is very fast, that they don't even think before they...
By the time they finish hitting, they now realize, I just hit.
And they start
apologizing.
And the lady now she'll start going around saying she's been abused. Yes. Meanwhile, she abused
him
first.
Hit him first.
So, and there are women who hit men.
So we need balance, basically.
But there are women who hit men.
A lot.
As in, I don't mean women who hit men who are strong and can't hit, but I mean women who are very strong and they fight with their men and beat the hell
out of them.
There are abusive women.
So there should be a balance, I think.
Or something. And another thing that could actually cause, I learned, could actually cause domestic violence against men is domestic violence against the woman.
The thing is, most relationships from the infant stage, you would know if it's someone who can actually hit. From conversations you've had, you're talking to a guy and the guy is telling you, man, all these ladies are slap guys. If it's me, I would just kill this girl.
Slap you. That's
you start picking it from there.
Thank you. You don't even need a soothsayer to tell you that this guy is an abusive guy.
You do not.
I'm telling you. Alright guys, so it's still John here and me, Charity, and if you're watching this video and you love whatever we're saying so far, please kindly hit the like button and also subscribe. Thank you very much. Alright, so we get back to it before we round up. We are going to be looking at the solutions right now, because it's only the job is not done when we just lay out the problems and don't have solid solutions towards it. Of course, we can't change the world alone, but we can as well just try to offer our own ideas on how things should be solved. Of course, there might be a guy watching this right now that has been abused severally, and you probably don't even know you've been abused. If she's controlling you, controlling your finances, who you talk to, your family, who you see, she's abusing you. Seriously, it doesn't have to just do with when she's battering you or stabs you or
It's not just
hits
physical.
you. It's not just
It goes
physical.
beyond that.
Then emotional abuse is another big
Yes.
aspect. I think emotional abuse is the highest abuse a woman actually really gives. Most women actually dwell more on emotional abuse
Yes.
than physical abuse.
Downsizing a man.
Yes,
telling
downsizing him,
he's not man
insulting.
enough.
Another one we Nigerian women do very well is verbally abusing him.
Yes.
What do you
Yes.
think is the best way for this to be solved? I know it will never really be solved. Women will always be women. We will always want to fight when we are annoyed or probably cheated on or anything. But what do you think the guys should do whenever they find themselves in an abusive relationship?
Okay, I think now for a guy, when you need to talk to someone, you should talk to someone. Don't let it get to the stage where you become depressed. Because usually when there is depression, it's usually very hard, to come out of that depression on your own, except someone discovers and someone looks at you and is like, there's something wrong with this guy. But as a guy, you're having issues. Don't feel you telling someone will make them respect you less. No. Look for someone, a professional, if that's what you want. Because usually there's this, for professionals, psychologists especially, there's usually this patient-client privacy to an extent. Whatever you tell your doctor or your psychologist, he keeps it, or she keeps it to herself or himself, depending on what the person is. And now they don't reveal it to that person. They help you to get out of depression, help you to get out of problems. You see marriage counselors, for those that are married and having issues, you see your marriage counselors, you try to get things. If you feel it's probably your religious leader you're supposed to see, someone you respect. Sometimes you might be an older person. It could be someone who is like a parent to you, for those who might not have parents alive. But if you're going to involve a third party, if you are a married couple, make sure it's not a third party that will spoil the marriage. It's someone who you know is mature, someone who has been married for so long, who knows, who has experience.
And will be able to advise you properly.
Who can advise you properly. Probably you go first on your own, explain to the person what's going on, and then if the person asks you to probably call your wife the abusive, wife, you bring that person in. If you need to speak to certain of your friends, it's not all your friends that you talk to.
No, you don't.
It's
because
not every friend that has
friends do ruin it for you. They will start
yes.
laughing at you and all that.
They mock you. So that is one aspect of it. That is one aspect of it. Another aspect of it is talking to that person. You call the person to the side and talk to the person. People always, when you talk to people, some except the person is not reasonable. A reasonable person would see reason in what you're saying and discover that all this while I've been affecting this person.
So you actually just call the person and talk to. They try to call the truth.
Yes, and as a guy, if you're depressed, talk to someone.
Now, one thing is, most guys do not want to talk about their abuse because of their egos, because they feel they are men, they are supposed to be macho. But truth be told, you can't be macho in everything. There will be a time where this thing will eat you up so much, you might even contemplate suicide. It happens. So the best thing to do is to, because most reasons why guys don't talk about their abuses, aside the ego, the fact that people will laugh at them, and also the fact that they are scared that the authorities might actually arrest them, thinking yes, it will backfire on them. So the best thing to do is to actually talk to someone, like he said, someone you really trust, and see how to diffuse the situation. But then, please, if you're an organization out there, you should try to do something about abuse against men. I can't do that alone. I can't fight this fight alone. There should be organizations, static organizations meant for abused men and abused young male children. There should be organizations, static organizations, basically functioning on men, focused on men and the ones that have been abused by their female counterparts. I need to take action today. Please, you're not a tree, okay? You are not a tree. Thank you very much, John, for joining us. And in case you want to listen to John, he actually has a stream. Yes. He does Strictly Sports, right?
Yes, a podcast. Strictly Sports with John Miriam. It's on Anchor. It's also
okay. Just say it.
Strictly Sports with John Miriam. It's on Anchor. It's on Spotify for those outside Nigeria and in countries where Spotify is permitted. And then it's on Radio Public as well. It's on Google Podcast too.
Alright, guys, thank you for joining me. Seriously, if you've watched this far, I don't really see a reason why you won't subscribe to my YouTube channel. Next month, I'm going to be doing another amazing stuff, and I really want you not to miss it. Bye, guys.
So I agree with the fact that men actually go through domestic violence. When a woman is actually the breadwinner, it actually tends to cause domestic violence because you don't you've lost your pride as a man when a woman is actually the breadwinner and you're not actually doing anything. You can't tell her what to do when you are not providing anything for her. It's not normal. So she would actually want to be the man in the house. And there are some men that actually too do not talk. They have this policy of they don't want to beat a woman. And once a woman, some women know that they want to actually use that as an advantage, and they start doing everything to frustrate the man to they might beat the man, or they might hurt him emotionally or psychologically, and all that. So women are actually very big. So they tend to use their size, their body frame, everything about them to oppress the men. It's not right. So if I would say if any woman is doing that, please stop it. It's not good. If you are a man and you're going through that, talk to people. Go to a psychologist. Go to the police. Just talk to somebody anyway, and don't allow it to kill you.